Art Helen Outdoors is presented by Hoyt. New archery products, Vortex Optics, Monster Racks, Moultrie, Realtree, Northwoods Bear Products, Nightingale, Ameristep, Easton, Stick and Pick, bowhunting.com, Little D Designs.
We're here with Jeff Johnston, Jeff's Performance Archery. We just got our new Hoyts in. I got the new Carbon Spider.
I got the Factor.
These things are phenomenal. I can't wait to get these set up and shooting. That's why we're here today with Jeff. We're going to go through these bows and turn them over to you, Jeff. Let you set these up. I mean, there's a lot of different things in setting these up correctly, right?
Yep, right. Especially when they're new right out of the box. You guys basically just got your accessories on them. We'll go through the timing, tuning, paper tuning, everything of that sort, so everything's shooting the best it can.
Awesome. Well, let's get started. Which one do you want to start with?
We'll do hers first.
All right.
Ladies first?
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to check the time on the bow. That's going to be critical to your nock, travel, and arrow flight down. It's the very first start we need to do before we even do any adjustments on the rest.
So what are you looking for, Jeff?
So what we're going to do here is make sure the top and the bottom cam are hitting the same time. Right now your top cam is about 2 twists behind. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and make some adjustments there. The one thing about the Hoyt bows with the cam and a half system, they stay in tune very, very well. It's just inherent in the design of the cam system. That's right where we want it. Now what I'm going to do, just for a quick start, I'm just going to get a rough estimate on the nock height. I like to start out about nock level. Slide this up a little more. Since we paper tune, it's more of a waste of time to use a T-square or anything like that, because the paper will tell us what we want to do. With the Apache fall away, this bus cable is what's going to bring your rest up, and then then it's going to fall as the cable comes back up at the shot. So we're going to tie that in solid to the string. That's my favorite way to do it. Easy way to set it on the Apaches here is a watch when it comes up. I like it to come up and stop and be up for about the last 1.5 inches of draw length.
Okay.
And a simple way to do is draw. It'll pull itself through to where it needs, and then you can just check it again. So I've got about a 1/2 inch there. And what we'll do then is have you shoot a few arrows just to settle things in, and we'll adjust your peep height so it's perfect.
Okay.
Start about right there. What we're going to see here is how the arrow is going through the paper. It's going to show if the arrow's kicking or flying straight. What we'd like to get is a little hole with your 3 veins coming off.
Okay.
And that's how we'll know if the arrow's flying straight or not. We want to start at about 8 feet. It gets us far enough from the paper that to give it the arrow time to veer off a little bit and show us what it's actually doing.
Okay.
So what we've got here is a little bit of a low left here, not much low, slightly about a 1/2 inch left. So I'm going to go ahead and make some adjustments.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is with a left hair, we need to move the rest to the right to counteract that. Something this rest is very nice at with a micro adjust. It's very easy to make good accurate adjustments.
Okay.
that's what we want to see. If you want to come up here and take a look, you've got the perfect little hole.
Yeah.
That means your point went there, your knock followed your point through, and you got your 3 veins. So that's about as good as it gets.
Nice, and 4 arrows.
And yeah, 4 arrows, they tune up so great. That's what I love about the Hoyts.
Nice.
Same speed.
Alright, it's good to be consistent.
Yep, very consistent. So we'll check your kinetic energy in here.
And so what's the calculation again, the formula?
Basically, it's the speed times your arrow weight
Okay.
divided by 450,240, and that will give you calculate your kinetic energy, which comes out to 39.38 foot-pounds.
Okay. Alright, well it looks like we're all set with mine. Thanks,
Yep,
Jeff.
we'll get on to arts.
You're awesome, and we'll get
Okay.
arts out here.
No pressure. Yeah, that was about the worst form I've ever seen. I'd say you got a serious torque issue.
That was just to prove a point that it can be really, really in tune for anybody. However, a lot of that comes right down to the shooter. If you put a lot of hand torque in it, like I just did, and put a lot of twist into that bow,
You'll never get the arrow to come out straight.
so work on your form also, not just getting your bow tuned. Now I don't know where to shoot the paper though.
You can aim a little lower. You got plenty of room yet. So that one's actually good. If you come up here and look, the vein just ripped a little bit more, but when you look at that, it's a perfect hole with the 3 veins.
You know, one thing we just realized when we were tuning today is I shoot the Easton infused arrows. Great arrow, strong, durable arrow. However, I've been shooting these for a couple years now. And so once we got in there and started tuning with the new bow, we had one arrow that wouldn't tune. The other one tuned fine. We started, however, with that bad arrow. So once we started checking, we started looking at these arrows. And there's a divot out of this arrow down at the end where it's been hit before. And so that is why we're having problems with it tuning. So we pulled the knock out of it. We're going to get rid of that arrow altogether and obviously replace it with a new one. But that's one thing you need to look at when you're in there shooting. It doesn't matter how durable or how great those arrows are. And I put all my trust in Easton. They've been a phenomenal arrow for me over the years. Harvested a lot of game with them. But you still need to check those because you don't know if you've hit them when you're out practicing, if you've been practicing with broadheads, what. You know, one little nick out of this carbon can change the way that thing flexes and the way it flies. So when you're done and you're in here paper tuning, what you might want to do is bring a couple other arrows with you so you can shoot those through that paper. Check them, mark them, make sure that they're okay. If they're not, discard them, buy some new ones, set those up, and you're going to end up shooting a lot better in the long run, and you're going to be a lot happier with your new setup. So check that out, and make sure you're checking every arrow when you're out there paper tuning and setting up your new bows. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. For more news and upcoming events, please check out arthelonoutdoors.com.
You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. That's a great place to ask us questions, share your experiences, and find out what we're up to. We want to hear from you.